Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris,
And Ralph,
and right now we're going to be doing a episode 1 review for what, Ralphie?
for The Last of Us.
Go and show him. The Last of Us, which is the TV adaptation of this awesome video game right here. So The Last of Us came out tonight, right, Ralphie?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So we have been anticipating this show for quite a while, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of your thoughts about, going into the show and things that you were excited for?
For me though, I was maybe really looking for it about the series itself,
Yeah.
and let's just say it's really good.
Yeah, so going into this show, we've been beyond excited. When the trailer dropped, what was it, around like November, I think, December, something like that,
Or October.
or October. Yeah, it was a few months back. Got super hyped.
Yeah.
It's starring Pedro Pascal. You may know him as the Mandalorian, and it's also starring a young actor named Bella Ramsey. She plays Ellie. And so going into this, heads up, guys, is going to be a spoiler episode 1 review. So the game came out in 2014, so it is a very much loved game.
I'm guessing between 2012 or 2013, even though it was released at the PS3.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's been out for a while.
Like a whole decade.
Yeah, it's been out for a decade. So this game is very much loved by a lot of people, loved by me. You have yet to play it, right?
I haven't played it yet.
You haven't played it?
But I will play it a bit.
You can put it down, it's fine.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I will play it very soon,
Mm-hmm.
and I might.
No, I'm just trying to get the mic closer to you.
Okay, and I might wait for the sequel to be on PS Plus.
Yeah. So episode 1 starts off the way the video game starts off, with Joel's daughter, who's played by, let me get the actor's name, Nico Parker. Sarah. She plays Sarah. So just a heads up, whenever you go into this show, and the way I go into a lot of things personally, is I don't expect a show or a movie to be scene by scene, frame by frame, line by line, an adaptation of what it's being based off of. I expect for it to take liberties and for it to kind of change things around and things like that. And I was really excited about to see their take on the Last of Us story. So the first, what was it, 20 minutes of the show, episode 1, it is riveting. And if you play the game and you know what happens to Sarah, then you know exactly how emotional that scene is. So before going more into it, what was your takeaway going through that scene and seeing essentially the outbreak happen and things like that?
A bit emotional.
It was emotional.
Yeah.
Like how?
Like even though I haven't played the game, but I'd seen everyone running and Joe, forget what's his name.
Pedro Pascal.
And no, the other one.
Oh, the other one, his friend Tommy.
Oh, his friend Tommy and Sarah are driving away. And then, and what else happened before this emotional scene?
Just basically just the outbreak happening and things like that. And whenever we see Joel have Sarah in her arms as she's taking her last breath, it's the way that Pedro Pascal and the actress Nico, that is, it was such an emotional scene. And from the jump, after watching the first 20 minutes, I knew that this show was going to be amazing. The reviews, they've come out, and the reviews have been really good, right?
Yeah, in fact, it got 96% of Rotten Tomatoes.
96% Rotten Tomatoes. Right now, I think it's like at a 9.9 on IMDb. So the show's just doing massive numbers in terms of reviews and things like that. And I'm sure it's going to do massive numbers in terms of viewings. So now we jump 20 years. So the first 20 minutes takes place in 2003. Yeah. Which is a few years before you were born.
Yep.
Yeah. And and it jumps 20 years, so to 2023, so which is our present time. And then we see Joel, the way his life has, everyone's life, because of the outbreak, because of what's going on with, this disease and things like that. He's in, sort of like the quarantine zone. It's been a while since I played the game, so I'm gonna miss out on a few technical terms of the video game, but I get the gist of it. And then we start seeing the impact of the Fireflies in the video game. So seeing the zone that he lives in, and how apocalyptic it is in a way. Like, what are your thoughts on how the movie looks, the show?
Okay, so for the show though, like everything, what it was set up, like the backgrounds, everything looks really good.
Yeah,
and plus there's moments here and there like felt like you actually playing the game.
Yeah, so there's literal scenes and shots and the way that Joel's moving throughout the town that he's in, where it feels like you have the controller in your hand and you're controlling Joel. Yeah, the PlayStation controller. And it's really breathtaking the way that this show looks. I like how the show just looks. The way that it's shot, the way the lighting is stark. Whatever camera that they're using, obviously it's a professional filming camera that they have over there, but yeah, you could see just every detail that they put into the sets. And I'm digging that part, how detailed and how great it actually feels. It feels real. You watch, there's a lot of other, dystopian zombie outbreak shows out there, and there's times where it's like you feel like, okay, you're just watching actors on a set. For this one, it actually feels like, okay, there's an outbreak that that took place to this craziness, and that this is how bad it got to where people had to live like this. Obviously, we went through a global pandemic the last few years. I'm not comparing it to what's in the show, but it's it's eerie to how it happened in the Last of Us universe. All right, Rafi. So next, we're gonna jump a bit, and we're gonna get to Ellie. When we get introduced to Ellie and the Fireflies, and Marlene, who is played by Mila Didrich. I think I pronounced that wrong, but yeah. So we're seeing Ellie, the actor Bella Ramsey. So we're just gonna jump around a little bit, seeing her dynamic. Kind of like her first introduction to Joel. What are some takeaways of that? Like, just basically like seeing Joel and Ellie interact. Like, how cool is that, or what did you think of that?
Like since this is the first episode, I think the interaction it is
interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah,
it could be. Oh, go ahead.
Especially like in the first episode, which is later one.
Wow.
That's it.
Okay. Now, yeah, so it is interesting. Like, we're going to see how further the relationship develops, obviously, over the course of the show. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the show. I think it was a great first episode. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Teresa. We get to see, obviously, Teresa and her and Joel. And then, like I had mentioned, it sort of takes liberties in some parts of the story, but I absolutely love that part. I love that it's not, like I said, a frame by frame, line by line of the video game, because going into it, I wanted something a little different, their take on it, and I'm digging it so far. On our Instagram page, I did a quick post, basically said that Pedro Pascal is amazing, the first 20 minutes are riveting, and it feels like you're playing the video game. I'm giving it episode 1 a 10 out of 10. What are you going to give it, Rafi?
A 9.50 out of 10.
9.5? That's fair. All right, guys. So we hope you appreciate this review. Drop down a comment what you thought of the episode, and what's your hopes for the season throughout. Is there anything else you want to add, Rafi, before we wrap up? No? No. Okay. All right, go ahead and grab the game real quick. So, The Last of Us, the remastered, or just The Last of Us, right here. Awesome adaptation so far.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. All right, guys. Well, we hope y'all enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. As always, I'm Chris.
And Ralph.
And we will catch y'all next time. Tell them peace, Ralphie.
Peace.